NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face on with the Baltimore Ravens. And off we go from Las Vegas. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On 1st down, Peterson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Peterson to throw on 2nd down. He's got Smith here.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
throwing on first down. Peterson, he'll buy some time right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
24 is the mark. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Peterson from the gun on third down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pettis now from his end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Throwing deep for Stewart. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Peterson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Three yards remain for second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Operating from the gun, Peterson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Back to throw. Peterson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Peterson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 22, Wilson.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. This is Smith with a grab. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Coup for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set at the line for this next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
He's going up top for Taylor.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the coach, Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Goff.
Make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Peterson.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Looking to throw. Peterson eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Peterson. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Peterson. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Back to throw. Peterson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. Will try for 3. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watkins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Peterson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they end up running themselves out of time.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Wilson back into his end zone. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And down he'll go at the 25. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Taylor finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
His kick is good.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
To throw is Peterson on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. From the gun, Peterson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Raiders 17. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot. Get through the end zone for a touchback here. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Powers through. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 168 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
At the Raiders' 34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Peterson now throwing on first down. Pass complete to Fells. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock as he picks up maybe 8, and that's all.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 2.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Back to throw. Peterson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Peterson to throw on third down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.